Hey guys, welcome to Hot Topics. So our first topic is Squid Game. Let us know in the comments if you watched it. I know we watched it. Mikey, how you feel about it?
Alright, so first of all, in the comments, I want y'all to drop which game you feel like you could win and who was your favorite character, who was your, I guess, worst character or most hated character from the show. I thought it was a pretty different series. I liked it. It kept me engaged, honestly, but all the anime fans, y'all can hate me. I don't care for subtitles.
Don't care for it.
I actually don't care for the English dub either. So the Korean, I hate seeing them actually speak Korean, but the dub is English. Oh, that is cringy. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was a good concept. But what about you before I go deeper?
I thought the movie was sick.
Movie?
And I mean, not the movie, series or whatever. I thought it was sick and not in a good way. I was like, why still watching this? I don't know if y'all ever felt like that, but I was like, I want episode 5 already. Like, why am I still watching it? But it was just so engaging.
I think it really played on the fact that people would do anything for riches, but also to get out of debt, like to get out of certain situations. And they was put to the test. Like some of them, their backs was really against the wall. It had funny elements, it had real elements, it had some very sad elements, and I think the shocking element was episode 1 when they did red light, green light, and the first person got shot. I was like, what? Did not see this coming. And then everybody tried to run to the back wall and they just had like a genocide. It's just like a massacre. Like just everybody was just like they didn't catch on.
You just thought like
they not catch on.
You just thought like when you lose, you can be like, all right, peace. It was good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no.
And this was before they actually showed them the prize money and told them that as every player get eliminated, then the prize money goes up.
Right.
But I think a lot of characters in there I love to hate. Let me just say that. The guy with the tattoo.
Definitely with it on the side of his chin.
I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, the guy with the tattoo on his face. Way too aggressive the entire show.
The annoying woman.
Yes, the old woman.
Y'all know what I'm talking
about. Han Min-yu. Y'all can kill me in the comments, honestly.
They don't even know it either, so.
I can't do it. But she was annoying the whole time. And I think even though it was an English dub, they gave her the worst voice, like the most annoying English voice that you could ever get. That was so annoying. But she, like her character, did she make it to the end?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, oh, right. But old boy had issues from jump.
Gi-hun,
yeah. He had issues from the jump. Like they was poor, his daughter was about to leave the country. They didn't have no money.
They even had a meme.
Problem. His mother was like sick. I was like, bro.
But you remember the meme? They said he could have done everything. He did everything except.
I don't spoil the show by the way, so I ain't say like how it ended, but.
He did everything. Oh, so you don't want me to finish that?
Yeah.
All right. Spoiler.
He had issues the entire way, and then there was some moments where like, oh, could we spoil the show? Like, does it matter? Spoilers allowed. Anyways. Bro, take your money and go.
But even in everything, like it's always a lesson to be learned. And I learned like money isn't everything. Like persons try to die over these things, these material things.
So speaking of games,
we're
now transitioning to our next topic, which is the Red Flags Challenge.
Oh, wow.
So what is the Red Flags Challenge, you may ask? Well, it originated from Twitter. And one day I just signed on Twitter and I just see a bunch of red flags just coming down my timeline.
You was afraid?
I was like, what is going on? And then I saw it on Facebook. And then I saw it on my WhatsApp status. So I started reading it. But I realized what it is. It's a preface of things you should look out for in certain situations.
Yeah.
So for example, I created my meme after the fact because, you know, students are toxic. So my red flag was when you introduce a topic and they say they don't understand before you even teach it. Red flag. Got one?
I heard you. I was on I's Bahamian page and they have these fritters conky. That's a red flag.
Battery.
And what's funny is like, although people is really wilding with this trend a lot of jokes have truth to it. And I think that's something to keep in mind. And I think just as individuals, red flags are okay, but I'm sure that people have red flags on us based on our character, based on us because we are human beings, point blank.
Just people like jokey jokes, and I feel like it's a little game to take part in, but it's also like Matt was saying, there's also truth to some of the things that were introduced. So for instance, some of the red flags for dating, like if you just meet them yesterday, but they asking you for food today.
Never.
Red flag.
Wow.
You could think of one?
None comes to mind right now. Did you have any red flags when we first started dating?
Oh wow, this is powerful.
For me, one red flag was it doesn't apply to you. This was the kind of led me to you. But when I was talking to PK, I mean, whatever. When I was talking to PK and
This is wild.
I was in this situation, I'm probably gonna edit all this out. When I was talking to PK and I was dating somebody and he's asking if they are Christian. I was like, yeah, man, of course it's a Christian. So he's like, so there's a growing Christian? I was like,
Red flag.
red flag. So I think when it comes to dating or just relationships in general, we just really need to guard our hearts and just protect ourselves because it's important.
What about friendships? Because all of that falls in the relationship category. So what's a red flag when it comes to friendship? So for me, if they agreeing with everything you say and he ain't trying to help you grow, red flag.
I think a red flag, looking at yourself, if you starting to switch up yourself just to try and fit in or try to be popular, I mean, that's a big red flag.
Oh, you finally get one.
I think I'm 100. So, anything else on red flags?
Look out for those red flags.
And last thing, just seriously guard your heart and just make wise choices.
Speaking of red flags, so recently, DC Comics just came out and they announced that the son of Superman is now bisexual. How do you feel about that?
Wow. Just wow. Representation.
Yeah, that's the word these days, to be
That's the
honest.
word.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like, oh, protect the kids or whatever. But like, I mean, that's a fair point. But I feel as though we get caught up specifically when it comes towards like homosexuality. But what about like pornography? You know, what about, you know, your son watching this gal twerk on Facebook? You know, what about inappropriate things or suggestive things that your kids are exposed to based on the things that you've been watching, based on the things that you've been listening? You know what I mean? It's not just homosexuality that's attacking your children. There's a lot of different things that are coming after your kids. So I feel as though, you know, my personal take is if you don't subscribe to it, don't buy the comic, don't read it, don't put no time, no effort into it, don't be outraged, because that's something that everybody does these days too. They look for something to be upset about, and that's coming from people who are in the faith, outside the faith, any type of person, to be honest. So you do what you can to protect your kid's mind, and you do what you should as a parent. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, we are having representation in terms of the other sexuality, sexual fluidity, and all of that. I think also too, I do agree that, you know, the children are being basically exposed to what's going on in the world today. However, there can be more added to it. If we could do it with sexuality, we could do it with discrimination. We can do it with religion, different faiths. We can do it with many concepts. So if we're going to do it in one area, we could do it with many areas, many elements in what we are doing with today. And then also too, you know, we always say, you know, guard your heart, and also too, your eye is basically the lamp to your body. If again, it's your choice. If you don't want to subscribe to it, don't do it. If it doesn't hinder you, then fine. I also was reading the article with Dean Cain, who was actually the original Superman, and he was saying that 20 years ago it would be considered bold and brave, quote unquote. But also too, what about opening the elements of human trafficking? Seeing that Superman is rescuing people who are being human trafficked, who are being discriminated, who are being prejudiced, all these things happening. So, I mean, yes, representation is cool. It's cool. But if we're going to do it with one, we have to do it with all areas. And then also, too, it is your choice.